Space looks peaceful, silent, weightless. But for the human body, it's a completely foreign and honestly pretty hostile environment. The moment astronauts leave Earth's gravity and atmosphere, their bodies start changing in ways you might not expect. Let's start with gravity. On Earth, gravity consistently pulls on us. It keeps our bones strong, our muscles working, and our blood flowing normally. But in space, there's microgravity, a near weightless environment. Without that resistance, astronauts begin to lose muscle mass and bone density. In fact, they can lose up to 1% of their bone mass per month in space. Their muscles shrink too, especially in the legs and back, because they're not doing the heavy lifting they normally would on Earth. Next, there's a fluid shift. On Earth, gravity helps pull blood and fluid towards your legs. But in space, without that pull, fluid flow upward into the chest, head, and face. That's why astronauts often look puffy in space, with fuller faces and stuffy noses. The pressure in the skull also increases, which can affect vision, and some astronauts actually experience long term changes to their eyesight. Another big factor: radiation. Here on Earth, our atmosphere and magnetic field protect us from the most cosmic rays and solar radiation. But in space, astronauts are exposed to too much higher levels. This can damage DNA, increase cancer risk, and even impact brain function over time. It's one of the biggest challenges for planning missions to Mars or beyond. Then there's the impact on the heart. In microgravity, the heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood. Over time, it can become slightly smaller and weaker. Plus, when astronauts return to Earth, they often feel dizzy and weak because their cardiovascular system has to quickly readjust to gravity. Even the immune system is affected. In space, it weakens, making astronauts more vulnerable to illness. Meanwhile, bacteria can become more aggressive. Yes, even microbes behave differently in microgravity. And finally, there's a mental challenge. Isolation, confinement, and the lack of natural day night cycle can disrupt circadian rhythms and impact mood, sleep, and mental health. So, what happens to your body in space? Almost everything changes. Your muscles, bones, brain, heart, and even your cells respond to an environment our species didn't evolve for. But here's the amazing part: scientists are studying all of this not just to help astronauts, but to better understand our bodies here on Earth. Space is pushing the limits on human biology, and every mission teaches us more about how to protect and optimize health in the most extreme conditions imaginable.